Welcome to RIWAY, presented by Yuta Okazaki of Japan. This is the cash flow quadrant. So on the left side, the way of working is called labor income. Not being able to work due to unforeseen circumstances could result in loss of income and retirement funds due to periods of unproductivity. The way of working on the right is the most preferred option, highlighted in blue. If you want to reap the unlimited profits and obtain complete financial freedom, this option is highly preferred and allows the opportunity to gain and be in control for one's own destiny. RIWAY was established in Singapore and is operated by President Lim Boon Hong. He has been ranked amongst the wealthiest overseas Chinese in the world since 2015. Historically, overseas Chinese are said to be some of the wealthiest people in the world because they keep their money circulating within their circle. The next page shows annual sales performance, which highlights the incredible growth of RIWAY. In 2008, RIWAY was established in Singapore and Malaysia before expanding to Indonesia in 2011 and later to other countries as shown. In April 2019, the Japan market opened. In 2017, it opened in Myanmar, in 2016 in the Philippines, in 2014 in Thailand, in 2012 Taiwan, in 2011 Indonesia, and 2008 Singapore and Malaysia. RIWAY has achieved annual sales of approximately $10 billion since its establishment in 2008. Sales of $10 billion with only one product. The selling point of RIWAY is not the excellent products. So then what is the selling point of RIWAY? This will be explained and expanded on in detail through this presentation. The products that RIWAY handles are Pertier placenta, the placenta of pigs, sheep, and horses raised in Japan. It also handles deer placenta from New Zealand. RIWAY uses the deer placenta because they are revered as holy animals. They have no gallbladder, thus they have no antidote effect. Deer keep their bodies clean without ingesting toxins orally, which makes this product so amazing. Since ancient times, deer have been valuable in traditional Chinese medicine. Deer horns, their blood, the heart, as well as their feces have been used for various healing remedies. The RIWAY factory is in New Zealand. RIWAY supplements are cultured by extracting only part of the placenta produced during spontaneous delivery from deer living in healthy environments in the country. No deer are ever harmed in the process. RIWAY has excellent products with superb quality. This is the 6th edition of the product, which is backed by the most updated science and research. It has high concentration of deer placenta, rich apple polyphenols, nucleus sievum, fucoidan with rich protein and mineral. You get 60 tablets a month with this product, which is a 1-month supply. Not only are the products amazing, there is also high appeal in the amount of revenue to be made. So far, this product has generated over $10 billion in sales. Sales performance in lower developing countries have generated around $10 billion. With RIWAY, approximately 65% of sales revenue goes back into the company's circulation. Market and timing are very important in business. We will explain how we plan to expand revenue and generate sales. We're going to go over the marketing plan. So the initial registration fee, the annual renewal fee, $0. Regular monthly purchase, $0. And maintenance condition, again, $0. There are usually binding terms and contracts with other businesses, but with RIWAY there are none. Doing business usually involves a lot of costs and expenses. In order to be involved in business with RIWAY, a one-time purchase of the product is all that is necessary. So, how much does it cost? Considering the price of one supplement, it may appear to be expensive. However, I will explain how this small investment can reap large returns. The purchase of one at the silver level is $450. However, it's based on the exchange rate with Japan, so this number could actually be lower. And at this silver level, you get one bottle and get one management right. The purchase of 7 at once, you then move up to the diamond level, which is $3,000. You get 7 bottles and 3 management rights. So there are 4 types of business rights: silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. Diamond has 3 management rights. For example, the purchase of 3 platinum rights at once costs nearly $5,400. But with the diamond, it's almost at half the price at only $3,000. So the purchase of 3 platinum packages for $3,000 is possible. The rights to all purchases are permanent, even if you change your mind. So let's talk about the best part, which is how you will make money. I'm going to talk about bonuses. The first is about referral bonus. Right? So imagine that you're at the position of a diamond. You get direct introduction to another diamond that's bringing somebody else on board. So if you start a business with diamond and the person you introduced starts with diamond, then 10% of the person's purchase is paid as a referral fee only once, which comes out to approximately $300. The second type of bonus is the development bonus. The way of thinking of the 2 teams, you look at the left and you look at the right, or binary. So here, if you're at that position, you have the left team and the right team. For example, suppose that there were 2 new diamonds that signed up in the left team and 1 that signed up in the right team that were introduced by someone. The diamond rights are about $3,000. So sales of $6,000 to the left team and $3,000 to the right team have occurred. If both teams generate sales, 10% of the team with the lower sales, so you see the $3,000 is the team with the lower sales, then this will come out to approximately $300 in development bonus. So if you get bonus of $300, which is, because of the sales of $3,000 on the left and the right, they will then disappear and both sales are paid on. The left team, however, because they had $6,000, now they're still left with that extra $3,000 that didn't get paid out. So they're still yet to be paid on that. And so they can accumulate and keep generating more money in addition to this. So this sales volume will remain here until the next sales occurs in the right team. So in other words, the left team has $3,000 left in savings and the right team now has 0. But when sales occur to the right team next time, 10% of the smaller sales will be paid as development bonus by comparing the left and right again, and this is repeated. The great thing here is that no matter what level you sign up at, the development bonus is the same, 10% for any account. With development bonus, every account earns 10%, and with DB, you get paid your earnings daily. In other words, 10% of the smaller of the left and right sales are closed at midnight according to Singapore time. Members around the world will be paid 2 hours following Singapore closing time. You can calculate the sales of the left and right teams to the bottom. However, there is a limit to the bonus that you can receive. Silver, 6,000 US dollars a month is the most that you can make max per month. With gold, it's 12,000, platinum, 30,000, and with diamond, it's $90,000 a month. So the diamond investment will increase your revenue much more faster. The development bonus is paid again by the end of the day closing. The daily maximum bonus is $3,000 per diamond position. This means that you can make up to $90,000 per month, right? For each diamond position, which makes getting in at the diamond level so important if you want to increase your revenue quick. So here's an income example. So suppose that I start with diamond and introduce Mr. B and Mr. C directly, each starting with the diamond level. It is important to think of two people who can help to generate income and cash flow. Without two solid team members, the timing may not be right and it will be hard to bring in revenue. So you want to make sure that you get two really solid team players at your diamond level. Now, as you go down this diagram, so if this is the case, by the third week, you will have been paid back almost the entire $3,000 which you originally invested at the diamond level. As you go down to the fourth week, you will see that now this has doubled to $2,400. So the total monthly income comes out to $5,100 US dollars. It may not always go this well, however, conservatively, let's say you have $2,550. That's half of $5,100 that can be paid back. Unlike the development bonus, the third bonus is based on a team chart connected only by direct introduction. So at the silver level, if someone in the first line whom you introduce directly gets development bonus that day, 10% of the support fee will be paid. However, at diamond level, if someone within the third line gets development bonus that day, 10% of the support fee will be paid. So why do amateurs earn hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in 2 years? Why did RIWAY become a company with annual sales of 10 billion US dollars in such a short period of time? This is why. How is the business model of overseas Chinese reflected in MLM? You can understand everything from here. Let's start by comparing RIWAY with the concept and structure of general direct selling. So Mr. A has a large organization with Mr. B in it. If Mr. B purchases the product again, the sales will affect the people in the higher position. On the other hand, his sales are not beneficial to the people in the lower position. Therefore, only people on the top of the pyramid profit. But in RIWAY, if you want another product, you cannot buy it from your current position. If you want to purchase a product, you have to buy it under your name as another position at the bottom of the current team member. Then what happens is everyone benefits from sales because new sales will occur at the bottom of everyone, so it will go to the sales of everyone above. Even if the sales generated by others are lower in DB, they will still benefit and make money. For example, Mr. A has small sales on the left and large sales on the right. Sales of B2 occurred on the left side, the smaller side, so DB is obtained from the sale. With Mr. A, now that you have earned money, now you want to buy product. If you want to purchase again, you can only do so now from the bottom of everyone. Also, the bottom sales will be everyone's sales and the whole team profits. This is the circular business model of the overseas Chinese. Here's another example. Mr. A has sales of $100,000 in a day. Suppose today's sales were $70,000 for the right team and $30,000 for the left team. 10% of the sales of teams with the smallest total sales, so the DB bonus for the day is $3,000. But you can't get this development bonus because regarding the development bonus, we calculate sales based on the lower level, but there is a limit to the amount you can get in a day. So earlier I told you that the max bonus you can get a day for one account is $1,000. In other words, no matter how much in sales you have, you can get up to $1,000 a day for one account. I told you that if you don't want it, you don't have to buy it again. Sales of $12,000 are for diamond. So suppose Mr. A has a large team and has more than 4 sales a day for the smaller one. It's like a dream that everyone on the left moves and you get $1,000 a day or $30,000 a month. If you're satisfied with $1,000, you can keep getting this. In other words, you don't have to buy it again, so you only buy it once. For some, though, this is not enough, and as income increases, they want more. So strategic people invest some of their income again and increase their right to earn an additional $1,000 a day. In this way, you can increase your right to get $1,000 a day per position, so your income will increase. So let's look. Mr. Murashita, the top producer in Japan, has exceeded 2,000 diamond spots. His position is worth more than $6 million. There are already about 3,000 people in the world, like Mr. Murashita, who buy positions every month for about 1/3 to half of their monthly income. If 1,000 people spend $150,000 a month, it will be $150 million. If 3,000 people do it, it'll be $450 million a month. That's $6 billion a year. So this is the breakdown of RIWAY sales, nearly $10 billion. New sales, there are $3.5 billion. This is 1/3 of the total annual sales, which is about $10 billion. Sales in which 2/3 of those who make money buy positions again at the bottom and reinvest their money to increase their income, which comes out to about $6.5 billion. The product is also very good, so if someone wants to buy it again, he can only buy it from below everyone. The sales generated at the bottom of this list will be everyone's sales for the day. Of course, the person who starts for the first time is at the bottom of everyone, so the sales are everyone's sales. If these two sales happen to be small, there will be people who can get DB. Even if you earn income, the max bonus limit is $1,000. Strategic people use that money to buy rights under everyone else. This is the largest sale. These 3 types of sales are paid and circulated every day, so annual sales are on this scale. What is beautiful about this business model? In capitalism, only the rich get richer. But with RIWAY, people who earn income put their money back into people under them. This is how the rich pull everyone up. If the rich don't make everyone rich, they won't get richer. Everyone profits, and those who earn income from their sales put their money back into those under them. This is how the rich pull everyone up. In other words, again, if the rich don't make everyone else rich, they won't get richer. This model makes it highly possible that RIWAY will become among the top in the world simply through just word of mouth. Word-of-mouth sales has a global history dating back 70 years. Only one company in the world has achieved annual sales of 10 billion US dollars using the multi-level marketing method. RIWAY has achieved annual sales of 10 billion US dollars 5 times in the past. The upper limit of the MLM for product sales is annual sales of 10 billion US dollars. What about RIWAY? So as I said at the beginning, we don't sell placenta for $450 as merchandise. So what on earth does RIWAY sell? Those who want the product again must buy it from under everyone else. This is everyone's sales. People who make money from this, they buy more rights under everyone. And that's everyone's sales. This is the circular business model of overseas Chinese. Starting in 2015, a Taiwanese woman achieved the top sales in RIWAY, earning more than $4 million a month with an annual income of 50 million US dollars. In the word-of-mouth industry, Japan's top annual income is around 3 million US dollars. The largest annual income in the world ranges from 12 million to 13 billion. RIWAY has produced more than 500 billionaires in just 14 years in Southeast Asia and other developing countries. Obviously, it's not the placenta's commercial power that makes billionaires, it's the circular business model that is creating the wealth. The rich have money which they circulate by buying product from those under them, which helps to create more wealth for them as well. This system allows for bonuses to be created every day, which leads to amazing sales growth. Most people in the US are not aware of this product or this model yet. Now is the time to join this style of business, which will allow you to be a part of the billionaire business model. So what are you waiting for? Why don't you join us for $450? This is RIWAY, and this is the first time that this highly profitable circular business model is being introduced to the world. In general, other MLM companies concentrate on the products they sell, which then constitute a large part of their presentations. If you don't buy the product over and over again, you won't earn money. If you want to increase your income, you need to manage it thoroughly at the end of the month. If you ask your friend to buy it every month, they usually feel harassed or pressured. That's why this business is said to lose friends. But with RIWAY, there's no mandatory repetition. Most people in the MLM have to keep buying or selling products, keep their sales, or to break even. If this is not achieved, they are usually forced to cancel their membership, and then they lose all that they invested. With RIWAY, there is continuity in the mechanism by which earners make additional purchases to earn more, and the money continues to circulate. This model is not a monthly burden on friends. Instead, it is a business model where the rich invest their profits back into everyone under them, so everybody profits. RIWAY profits more from the business model compared to their products. Although their products are highly effective and credible, the business market is larger than the product sales market, so the sales scale is different. RIWAY is predicted to achieve annual sales of 100 billion US dollars with this model. RIWAY is an overseas Chinese business model that allows the people at the top, as well as those under them, to make money. Everyone profits and gains from this model. This is an innovative business model that creates new markets and billionaires. RIWAY has already achieved great success in such a short amount of time, and it has yet to even reach the US. By signing up, it could change your life forever. This is your chance to get in early and join a highly profitable business model that pays out daily. This is RIWAY. So, how do you proceed? First, Ask the leader for a presentation. 2. Utilize the business information session. 3. Utilize Zoom briefing. 4. Utilize Zoom recording. RIWAY makes the process so easy to be accomplished. The early members didn't know that they could also buy below, so all they started with was with only one diamond. From left to right, more and more branches are formed. You decide on the arrangement of the team. It's not automatic. Knowing that he could increase his rights at the bottom, he increased his position with the money he earned. So Mr. Murashita regrets not buying more diamond positions from the start. You can buy not only one diamond, but also all 6 of your lower ones together. As his team grew, he got development bonus from several places, which greatly increased his income. 7 diamond positions totals $21,000. However, $3,500 development bonus will occur and be returned to you the next day, which really makes your investment only $17,500. With one diamond position, you have a monthly cap of $90,000. However, with 7 positions, the cap is $720,000. With a one-time investment of only $17,500, you could possibly make an annual income of $10 million. This is a very low investment for such a high payout. I'm not sure of many businesses that have this type of low investment with such a high rate of return. If you need a more affordable option and can't afford the 7 diamond positions, you can buy 3 diamonds, which is about $8,000. At the very least, you should invest in 1 diamond and 2 silver positions, which totals $3,900 for all 3. In this way, you decide how to get accounts. RIWAY started in Singapore and Malaysia and has now expanded to a total of 13 countries, including Hong Kong, the Czech Republic, Vietnam, Korea, Poland, and Japan, which is the 8th country. Asia holds about 10% of the world's word-of-mouth markets. In this low-priced Asian market, RIWAY has already reached nearly $10 billion in US sales. It is said that 20% of the world's word-of-mouth market exists in Japan. After RIWAY is introduced in Japan, it is scheduled to enter the US in the next 3 years. The marketability and timing is perfect to launch in the US right now. Once the US market is open and operating, RIWAY plans to open in Europe. Because the organization is connected to all countries, each country is greatly influenced by one another. So far, RIWAY has only tapped 10% of the market. However, it is projected that once it hits 90% of the market, RIWAY will be a $900 billion company. Right now is the perfect time to join this circular business model of overseas Chinese. So why don't you join us right now for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? This is RIWAY. So here we are. What packages would you like to buy?